You were able to convince me, but how about those who are watching us? Now, Adam and Rabi, any words of advice for businesses that are still kind of worried with going digital? Would you like to give some advice to them? Let's start with you, Adam, please.
Well, I think it's easy to realize that travelers consume everything digitally now. They are on social media, getting inspiration regularly. And they're seeking inspiration all the time. They're following influencers who suggest good places. They're following travel platforms because they can trust their recommendations and things. So naturally, there needs to be an online presence that you have. And Google is a key place to be as well. There's a lot of work there required around SEO and ranking and everything. And that's kind of what we specialize in a lot, same with Guide to the Philippines. But your online presence represents your brand. So it needs to be up there. It needs to represent what you stand for, and your website, which will be visited by any guest that looks to travel to you. You'll want to represent yourself kind of accurately and fairly, and excite people. So if you're not already, then it's the way to go. And then with the likes of us, again, it's an opportunity to explore new channels. There are no costs involved. Essentially, it's a win-win. If we're able to excite one of our community to come and dive and travel with you, then it's a win, essentially. But for me, I've come from a long diving career. And the one thing I set out with from the very beginning was to help customers make great travel decisions about where they go and the experiences they get, and stay with fabulous operators. It's very simple, and that's what we set out to do at Zooblue.
Thank you for that advice, Adam. How about Rabi?
Well, for travel establishments, dive establishments wanting to pivot to digital, I mean, you really have to do your research and come up with a plan of how you want your enterprise to be. I mean, you have the various channels that you can employ. You can do the pivoting of the to digital by yourself. You can try to be on social media, create your website, but there's a lot of work. And platforms like Zooblue and Guide to the Philippines, we've invested a lot in trying to get our platforms up, in trying to optimize them, for search engine results, ranking, and so on. So it's not that easy. So I think joining platforms is a very easy way to start the transition. I would still recommend that every establishment would try to drum up, a strategy, a plan on how they will shift fully to digital. I mean, as I mentioned, we are one of the alternative channels for sales for their establishments. But I mean, they have to craft a plan for themselves and where they will want to take their enterprises.
As they say, work smart, isn't it? And why not, work with reliable OTAs that